I think we all knew it was just a matter of time before I got on the internet and did this. Somebody put out a video the other day about how they weren't wearing makeup in quarantine, and I have to agree. What was the point? The other side of not going out is that you can wear whatever kind of makeup you want. You could wear like a hypnotic blue smoky eye at 10 a.m. and it would be appropriate. I just want to do something time appropriate. So yeah, I'm going to include a mask because you know what? That's something that we should be wearing. I'm not trying to be insensitive, and I'm certainly not trying to make masks just some sort of fashion statement, but it is a necessary part of the wardrobe when you go out. Why not have fun with it? I prime my skin with moisturizer, which is unusual because I have really oily skin. It's been kind of dry lately because of the weather and also because I insisted on using the highest strength Retin-A available for purchase. It's a little flaky right now. I fucked around and fell in love with this moisturizer. It's from Glossier. It is their priming moisturizer. And I didn't buy it because I thought it was going to be a good primer. I was just kind of drinking the Glossier Kool-Aid and I wanted to be pretty, so I bought it. They got my money. They really did. I'm in their back pocket for sure. It is a beautiful product and it smells like lavender, and I need that right now. Do I want to do a second primer? Found it. So Andy used this the other day and oh my god, her makeup looked so good. I was really pissed. So I'm gonna do that now. Fuck you, Mandy. Poreless putter primer. I'm gonna get some of that and just put it in the places where dog fight hour. Anyway, if you guys are gonna be loud and breathing all over the place, then I can't film this tutorial. I have 0 subscribers who care very much what I do. Thank you. I'm going in with an eye primer. I love this stuff. I'm not looking to spend another $32 when it finally runs out. So if anybody has any recommendations for decent eye primers, by the way, concealer does not count as eye primer. Get that shit out of here. I should probably get a mirror so I know what I'm doing instead of just looking at a camera, because this could get really weird so fast. Thank you, cattail. Thank you. You can't stay. I'm sorry. No. You're very cute. Now you don't want to be on camera? Really? Everyone said that I should do a green makeup look, and I was like, I genuinely don't have any green eyeshadows. Green is a hard color to rock eyeshadow-wise in the first place, and then when you have blue eyes, things start to clash, and it just looks kind of messy. So I'm gonna do a bright fucking red smoky eye. Oh yeah. All that. Morphe. Yeah. Use code I'm an influencer for 0% off. None of these shadows, by the way, are NARS. I know it says so on the front of the palette, but it's so expensive I would never do that. This is a NARS blush though, but I got it as gratis, so I don't think that counts. It's called Exhibit A, and this is absolutely something we're gonna be using today. Cat hair in my mouth, okay. None of my makeup brushes are clean, so they have blue eyeshadow on them. Sick! The closest thing I can find to like a true brick red like this on the market is going to be the shade within the 3502 palette, this guy right here. It doesn't look like shit in the pan, but when you put it on, it's perfect. All of the brushes have blue. That's phenomenal. So just take kind of like a compact shader like this. I think they call them bullet brushes. I'm a professional. And just dip it into this dark ass shade first. Okay, so here's the thing. Everyone has different shaped eyes, so I don't want to start telling people where to put color. Wherever you feel that you have a crease, put it there. Don't be afraid, just go hard. All around. Do the same thing to the other eye. Get out your MAC 217s, your Morphe M433s, the traditional gotta have it blender brush. And then we're just gonna tip it into the most psychotic orange color we can find. I think this is when I'm going to use the blush Exhibit A right here. It's just so flattering on the eyes. And I'm not even gonna blend it up or down or anything like that. I'm really just gonna pop it on top. Next thing we're gonna do is probably darken up this bottom lid facet. And it is actually a ColourPop shadow. It's delightful. It's this one right here. I'm gonna use like a flat shader. Like this is for sure a concealer brush, but I'm gonna use it to pat it onto my eyes. I might do a halo. Let's do a halo. I'm going to take the color as far as the outer V, but only to the end of my iris there, maybe a little farther. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side of my eye where we start at the inner corner. Don't worry, we're gonna brighten it up later. And then you just take it to the iris. So you have like this bit of light there that really brings out the shape of the eye. Look dead ahead when you do this. You will throw yourself off if you're at an angle. And then you're gonna kind of look like cross-eyed or like you have a lazy eye. It's not good. I'm going to take a teeny tiny little blender baby. This is an e.l.f. brush, I think, yeah. And then I'll probably take a little bit more of Exhibit A blush and then just start to blend the dark into the light. Not very much. I wouldn't go any farther than the width of the brush for sure. I'm probably gonna use this shade right here in the James Charles palette. These shades right here, this shade, and this shade are money. Just a little bit of that dark purple. It's just so good, and it's such a good like black alternative. When we're done adding that darkness, back into Exhibit A blush, and then just feather all over that crease. And it's okay if a little bit of darkness comes and starts to get blended with that overarch. It's all gravy. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more eye primer over the dots where we don't have anything. I think I'm gonna use this one. It's a ColourPop shadow. Hopefully it works. It is called 20 something, like myself. I turned 27 in a little over 2 weeks. I'm gonna go back in with Exhibit A and just kind of ombre that out just a little bit. Sick. All right, let's do the bottom. First thing I'm gonna do is actually go in with a black stick liner. This one's really good. I didn't know I still had this. This is the double wear pencil from Estee Lauder in just like regular ass black. Anyone else feel like they look like a total crackhead until their makeup is entirely complete? I feel like if I went out looking like this, would anyone really get it? Okay, next thing, tiny little Morphe, little stubby blender. We're just gonna put some of that color Facet and just start packing. I do not go like this with this stiff of a brush just because it's just gonna irritate the crap out of your eye. It's gonna brush all of that shadow up into your eye. Eyes are gonna start to water, and then all of the eyeliner is just gonna seep away. I'm just gonna take this little baby fluffer and just put it back into the Exhibit A blush, that super hyper red color, and then end up running it along there. There's no rush on this, and it's also the best part. Got like a notification that this may or may not save to my phone. Well, we'll see. MAC liner, the brush stroke liner in Brush Black, is probably the best liner that I have seen. And it's got like that fun little, like, it's a brush. Like, it's not a foamy thing, it's a brush. I'm really just trying to do a black line so that my lashes won't show and be like super obvious. Some of you guys can wear the thickest lash bands I have ever seen in my life. I have never been able to wear anything heavier than an Ardell Demi Wispy. It doesn't fit right on my weird eye. I can only wear lashes that are extremely unstable. Period. I can't lie, I bought this for the packaging alone. It's adorable. It's a little blowout brush, but it's mascara. I wasn't expecting to like it, and I love it. Tips for people who have long, straight lashes that absolutely don't curl at all. Just focus on putting mascara right at the tippy top ends and put on fake eyelashes. Time for lashes, my favorite part. I usually just use Demi Wispies. If I'm feeling adventurous, I'll just pop on two. Hell yeah. Get clients who are just like, I don't understand how you can put on your own lashes or how you can wear lashes all the time. And I'm like, it's practice. Like, it's honestly practice and a seething hatred of the way your eyelashes are currently formed. It's those two passions, really, and those two disciplines that get me to put on lashes every time I put on makeup. It just doesn't look right without a lash. I don't use tweezers or anything like that because I find the tweezer gets stuck to the glue. I just use my fingers, man. Some people don't put mascara on their fake lashes, and some people are freebasing crack. So moving on to foundation. It's the Pour This Way foundation. I bought this because I follow Jaclyn Hill like a sheep. I have never tried this foundation before, and I got the shade and I was horrified because it's definitely too dark for me. Doesn't this just look like a disaster? Oh, Lord have mercy. It's not awful. This is coming up very yellow on camera. Let's get some concealer on there and hopefully it'll mellow out. If you guys aren't hip to the hydrating e.l.f. concealer, not the original camo because that stuff dries way too fast, but the hydrating camo concealer, y'all, it's $6 and it is so beautiful. If you like NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, pick it up. I'm gonna set that immediately before we go into a different part of my face. I've been using the Hourglass one lately. I'm very impressed. Hell yeah, man. The chin just a little bit, just to bring a little brightness down. A little bit up on the forehead, like even above the brow a bit. Just pop it down the center of the nose. Create like a strobing effect a bit. I guess bronzer next. I go in with this fat bronzer brush. I got this at Walmart for like $7. Pinch the brush a little bit, and then I kind of pat color on. Keep all that color above that line. Don't brush into it, keep it above. Really gonna keep everything nice and lifted. Natasha Denona blush, nothing special. I wouldn't recommend it necessarily. I just wanted a Natasha Denona product to see if it was worth it. Keep it high, higher than the bronzer, almost up to the eye. Again, there's not a ton of color payoff here, obviously, but I was never much of a hardcore blusher anyway. But I'm gonna put on my first layer of setting spray. In my mouth, okay. I put down setting spray before I put my highlighter down, but that way the glitter pigment has something to stick and adhere to. I think that fan brushes are deeply underrated. Fluff it up in there, and then it literally just like takes you right down the side of the cheek. Lily, you can't come in. Makeup's not for dogs. Oh, hell yeah, man. Come on. Let's do brows, man. The Shape and Shade Brow Tint, and it's same thing as like the eyeliner that they have, where it's just a little brush tip, and it just has like this sheer amount of color. Super fine control. Really like it. Wow Brow from e.l.f. It's so good, and it's also very comparable to the Glossier Boy Brow, where it's like got the little fibers in there. It's got just a little bit of color, and it's got beautiful hold too. I'm gonna throw a little bit of contour on because I'm feeling spicy. I'm going to use the MAC blush in Harmony. So here's a funny story. I used to basically just put on a gloss or a very nude lip color every day when I first started working at Saks. And Jenna over at Tom Ford was like, yeah, before we met, I just assumed you had foundation on your lips because it was too light. Now I have a phobia about nude lip glosses. Thank you, Jenna. I don't love lining my lips every single day. If we're gonna go all out, we need to do it. This is NARS Larins. You know what? I think I'm just gonna go in with a really sheer color. This is Glossy Fawn. Look at this packaging first and foremost. And I always blend a lip color out. I never just like put it on and go. All right, folks. I think we're done. Now, the reason I did really big eyes today, obviously, is because we're gonna put the mask on top of the lower half of us. However, I did put a lip color on because it just balances everything out. It's like wearing matching underwear, even though you don't need to. It makes me feel more confident to know that if my mask gets ripped off in a Walmart line, I'm still gonna look cute. And the hair down, obviously. All of a sudden the light is completely washing everything out. That kind of defeats the purpose. There we go. I think it works. Less of a fashion statement, more of a public safety thing. What I'm trying to say is, let's have some fun while we're stuck indoors, and if you have to go out, have even more fun with it. What else are we gonna do? Protect ourselves, protect everyone else around us, have some artistic fun with makeup. Hopefully this whole thing is gonna get squared out soon and we'll all see each other. Maybe I'll keep doing makeup videos, I don't know, it's kind of fun. But it's also pretty trite, so stay safe, and I'll see all of you around. Bye.